All right, good day and welcome back to Tang's Movie Vibes, and where we're going to take a good look at the newest installment of the Mission Impossible series, Dead Reckoning. The basic vibe to this movie is, your action thriller, spy stuff with tech and Tom Cruise running around doing some type of stunt that's mind-blowing because he actually does these crazy stunts on his own. They think of these things and they have to pull it off, and they do. There is an artificial intelligence who's gone loose and he wants to take over the world, and so that's the idea. Tom Cruise, his gang, has to go and he has to figure this thing out and stop the villain. This movie comes at an interesting time in life because this script was written a couple of years ago, right? They started to work on this film a couple of years ago, yet it was only last year, from the time that this movie comes out, that artificial intelligence was kind of released into the world, where we all got this taste of what artificial intelligence really is. We all were mind blown that it's no longer science fiction. It was actually real, whether it was in the form of text, coding, or even artistic expression. And we all know where it's going next. It's going to be creating some movies. It's probably going to write movies and even be able to do the whole movie on its own. You know what I mean? There are times in this movie where I was laughing, and especially there is like this really awesome car chase that happens, and it's a long car chase too. It's so many things are happening, and it's one of the things I like about Mission Impossible movies is that when things go wrong, things just go wrong and things fall apart, and they keep having to reinvent what they're doing. They have to get out of these situations, and again, things continue to go wrong as they do it. And so in this particular case, they start riding in this tiny little car to escape from this ginormous beast of a vehicle. And anyway, you'll laugh really hard. Now we get introduced here to a few good characters, and the characters everywhere I find are kind of interesting. There is another co-villain in here that is played by the girl who plays Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy. She's dressed up and looks all cool at times, and frankly she would be good in a John Wick movie. They should consider that. She does a good job. But we are mostly introduced to a new code lead. She's a bit of a thief, and she's a professional thief. So she's used to, high stakes, and she's used to, some really big challenges. She goes from this, although I said like she's a thief, she has to get used to higher stakes. She has to, you see the fear in her as the risks get higher and higher, and she's not used to any of that. The other characters are, his Mission Impossible team, same guys, same awesomeness that they do. They play their parts well, and there they are. Now, there is a co-villain here, and in a sense, he's working for the artificial intelligence. So in this part one, we're seeing him the most. The real thing is what I like is the artificial intelligence. So you have to imagine here that as clever and smart as the Mission Impossible team have always been, they're being outmatched in a sorts to this artificial intelligence, which I think is really awesome. You have to think that, they're playing this 4D chess that's happening on screen, and the way the director does it, the way they write this, the way they put it all together, you can understand what's going on. The complexity of everything, you actually understand what's happening. They get their ass beat a couple of times. They get themselves outsmarted by the artificial intelligence, which makes sense and is well appreciated because we get to see them fail. There's only one small thing that I did find a little annoying. The new female lead that's in here, he starts to save her life for reasons, and yet every turn she has, she tries to escape, but yet he keeps coming back and he keeps saving her life, and yet she keeps running away. After a while, you would think, like, come on, lady, the guy is trying to save your life. So what the heck are you doing trying to run away from him now? You know, this is the only guy who's keeping you alive, so what the heck are you doing? That's pretty much it. I have to say, this movie is awesome. I really enjoyed it. And it's only part one. I think for our first part, this is a really, really good film. They did an excellent job, and I'm just going to say that I can't wait for the second one to come. And with that, I'm just going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe now, if you made it this far, please consider leaving a like or a thumbs up and letting me know that you've either made it this far or that you've enjoyed this review, and show your support. Thank you very much, by the way. And until next time, enjoy life. Take care. And I wish you well.